Come to Victoria Falls, down in Zimbabwe. Come to Victoria Falls, down in Zimbabwe. Come to Victoria Falls, down in Zimbabwe.
Right at the corner of the Zimbabwean teapot lies Mosi-oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, where you meet the muscular buffaloes, the rolling lions, the yelling, yelping and shouting baboons. This is where the Zimbabwe National Convention Bureau is taking you to from the 25th to the 26th of May 2021. So you will witness the abundance of free-falling waters and how nature can inform the event design process. For the event planners, you will be shocked at how little you know about non-traditional venues for your next event. 8 weeks before the event, Zimbabwe Tourism Authority will upload virtual reality videos on its server for access by the entire community. This will allow potential delegates to experience Victoria Falls, to feel the possible immersions beforehand. 4 weeks before the event, delegates may use the Event Bank application to note any dietary needs and even to say what they want to get most out of this experiential event. Victoria Falls Airport will turn to virtual help, whereby the Kalanga avatar, the Nambia avatar and the Tonga avatar can greet the arriving guests at the airport. Delegates will be welcomed by the Ndebele and Shangani cultural dancers, and then they will be given the Bluetooth beacons to facilitate trekking and recommending activities. In a bid to reduce the carbon footprint, delegates will be ferried from the airport to MPC Village, where they'll have a stand-up comedy show by Kau Joshua, one of the well-known comedians who is based in Victoria Falls. For the first night, delegates may sleep in MPC Village, mingling with the local community, or they have an option to choose the available eco-friendly lodges in Victoria Falls like Ilala Lodge. On the first day, Julius Solaris, an author of over 10 books on event technology, will give official opening and welcome remarks in the Victoria Falls Game Park. Google Hangout will be activated to engage the virtual audience. Delegates will be given internet wearables, clothing for recharging phones as they go through their t-shirts, and the silent disco headphones so as to minimize chronic noise exposure to the ecosystem. They also act as earways for translation. This will be followed by the Outland video gaming, whereby 5 volunteers facilitated by projection mapping technology will play the game. Those who manage to unlock level 3 will get free Victoria Falls Carnival tickets and accommodation vouchers. After that, delegates will be unlocking the Pride Lanes, which is a session on greener events and how game parks may be used as non-traditional meeting spaces. Then, adrenaline junkies will go for zipline or bungee jumping. Adrenophobia delegates will take a tour of the Victoria Falls from the Zimbabwean side. Each will be given a virtual reality Samsung gear to see the Victoria Falls from the Zambian side perspective. This will be followed by a tea break session, whereby tea will be served in Lolliware biodegradable cups made from seaweed and organic sweeteners. Imagine after drinking your tea, you then eat the cup. Delegates will tweet their thoughts on sustainable catering following the hashtag Rainforest Cafe Green Cuisine. After the breakfast, attendees may have a fishbowl conversation on why Livingstone Island and the Gorges might be the next venue for your next event or meeting. For option B, they will have a fireside conversation on rules you need to pull off a successful eclectic design. This will then lead to a creative learning game, the Beast Box Wildlife DJ, led by DJ Ark Jr. Imagine being a wildlife DJ, mixing the calls of different animals and making some peppy hip-hop music in the process. You get to learn so much about different species and their respective habitat. For lunch, delegates will go to the Lookout Cafe, where they will have a buffet with an array of mopani worms, carpenter and barbara groundnuts. Vegetarians will have a choice between veggie-loaded flatbread, sweet potato hash or mobora. Lunch will be followed by the Creativity Hour session, whereby delegates will be grouped into 6 groups. Each group, with a mix of planners and designers, is tasked to create an open space intercontinental dinner. event using either smart draw or social tables led by David Collins. Then the white space. There are more than 60 activities to do in Victoria Falls. Take a look. Delegates will go to Victoria Falls train station where they will have a TED-style talk on Victoria Falls train station as a unique venue that can cater to everything from business meetings to social gatherings. Shortly after, dinner will be served in the train, whereby the train will travel from Victoria Falls Bridge then out to Jafuta Siding, serving light snacks followed by a gourmet meal and drinks. Delegates will be ferried back to the game park where they will choose between sleeping in fully furnished camping tents, chalets, or eco-friendly hotels and lodges like the Victoria Falls Safari Lodge. On day 2, delegates will have a cruise to No Man's Land in African Dreamboat, which is a good venue for breakfast meetings. This is where the launch of the linguistics legacy will begin. A new software application, the Yellow Mosi-oa-Tunya, will be launched. This application allows delegates and Victoria Falls community to create their personal accounts, learn international languages, to boost their tour guide expertise, which will help to support the local economy. No Man's Land is a good venue for neutral meetings and conferences. At this point, you're either in no country or are in 4 countries. It's quite a surreal feeling, drifting down the river and knowing that here is Botswana, over there is Namibia, Zambia is across, and you have just been in Zimbabwe. Ruud Jansen will then give a presentation on SDG 14 and 15 and how can they be achieved in relation to global event industry. This will be followed by the Instagram photo challenge. Each post should be accompanied with the hashtag Future of Mice, hashtag Crocodile Farms Meetings. The person who gets more likes on his or her post will be offered a free ticket and accommodation voucher for the Victoria Falls Carnival. Nanai Gurira will then lead the voucher culture experience. Since vouchers are at the brink of extinction, more than 200 vouchers are fed every day for conservation purposes. Delegates will also get to feed them with leftover food from the conference meals. The crowd is broken up into smaller sections where attendees can get more one-on-one attention and speakers get to answer more direct questions. Hashtag the brain deaths. Delegates may also use the brain death software application to schedule meetings with the virtual attendees. For the legacy dinner, the winning setup designed from the creative hour session is used at the setup for the dinner. Hashtag co-creation. Delegates will be served sadza and game meat. For the not so ordinary meal, some crocodile tail is also available and comes highly recommended. Vegetarians may opt for mushroom. Some delegates may also go for Zambezi beer. Wawa and homemade non-alcoholic lemonade is a splendid option for non-alcoholics. For the funding plan, income is mainly coming from sponsorship and conference fees. And if you subtract it with expenditure, which is mainly derived from airfares, meals and accommodation, we will get a profit of 742,000. Sponsors will benefit from more social media mentions, digital advertising space, new customers and opportunity to speak at the conference. When parting, delegates will receive padlock souvenirs made by the local community to remind them in the future that they successfully unlocked Mosi-oa-Tunya as a premier destination for meetings and events. These padlocks guarantee a 15% discount on future venue bookings. For the legacy project, the incomes generated from the conference will be used to facilitate the construction of the Mosi-oa-Tunya Linguistic Foundation, so that the local community will be well versed in different languages to improve their tour guide expertise. For post-event engagement, pictures and videos compiled from this conference will be posted on the Zimbabwe National Convention Bureau Facebook page, Twitter page, and Instagram account, so that delegates may tag themselves, like, share, or even comment. Thank you for your attention. Come and experience the smoke that thunders. Logging out is Brian Mushakwe.